Something wild is brewing behind the scenes in LA, and trust me, nobody saw this coming. When I say a major shakeup could be on the horizon, I mean something that might completely flip the way this offense operates in 2025. And honestly, that's not even the craziest part of what just dropped. We're talking big name players, massive contracts. But here's the real question. Is this a genius move or just another gamble? You're not gonna believe today's scoop, so let's dive straight in. It all started with what looked like another random offseason rumor, but out of nowhere, it gained traction. Now fans are already throwing around jersey edits with one name front and center, Brandon Aiyuk. Yeah, that Aiyuk, the speedster from San Francisco, one of the most explosive wideouts in the league, is suddenly being linked to the Chargers in a trade scenario that could shake up the entire AFC. According to Mo Modon from Bleacher Report, the Chargers could send a 2025 third-round pick to the Niners in exchange for Aiyuk. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing. It could actually happen. Why? Let's break it down. First, the Niners need cap space to extend Brock Purdy. Second, they already shipped Deebo Samuel to Washington. Third, Aiyuk is coming off a serious knee injury and might be traded before he even steps back on the field. Now think about this. If the Chargers front office is even considering this move, knowing full well he's recovering from an ACL tear, that means they see him as that guy who can stretch the field and bring back the vertical juice Herbert needs. And they're not wrong. Aiyuk runs crisp routes, has been consistent, and has the kind of breakaway speed that makes defenses panic before the snap. But here's where the fan base is split. Do you really roll the dice on a guy who hasn't played since a major injury? Some say yes, especially since he doesn't need to start right away. McConkey lit it up last season. Mike Williams is back, so the team can afford to bring Aiyuk along slowly. That WR trio, fully healthy? Dangerous. Now, if you're thinking, oh, third rounder sounds cheap, there's a reason. Moton says the pick reflects the injury risk, and with nearly $51 million in cap space, the Chargers can afford to take a calculated shot. This wouldn't just be a splash move, it's strategic. They know they need to open up the field and create more depth in the passing game. Still, it's not a done deal. The Niners still have Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings, and don't look like they're trying to burn the whole thing down while Kittle, McCaffrey, and Juszczyk are still around. Aiyuk's injury might slow things down, but the door isn't closed. And if the Chargers don't make a move soon, someone else will. Because let's be honest, a healthy Aiyuk catching passes from Herbert, that's a postseason weapon. And just when you thought that was the biggest headline, hold up, there's a new twist. 3 massive names are now floating around, and a potential reunion that could blow the roof off SoFi. Picture this wide receiver room: Stephon Diggs, Amari Cooper, and Keenan Allen. Nope, not a typo. All 3 are free agents. And yes, the buzz is real. Nothing confirmed yet, but there's a quiet storm behind the scenes. And with how aggressive this front office has been, nothing's off the table. Here's what's got fans on edge. Mike Williams re-signed, but no other big-name target. Came in. What if that was intentional? What if the plan all along was to wait for the market to cool, then go after veteran playmakers chasing a ring and get them at a discount? Stephon Diggs is the hottest name in the rumor mill. Even at 31, he's still got plenty in the tank. Last season wasn't perfect, nagging injuries, and the Bills offense wasn't clicking, but he still averaged nearly 2 yards per route. And let's not forget he's looking for a competitive team with a top-tier QB. Sound like anyone. We know. Yep, Justin Herbert in LA. Then there's Amari Cooper. Quietly had a solid year despite bouncing between Cleveland and Buffalo. Average 15 yards per catch. He's smooth on the sideline, reliable in tight coverage, and still a threat in the red zone. But the wild card? Keenan Allen, the former face of the franchise. He knows the playbook, he knows Herbert, and he somehow put up 7 touchdowns on a struggling Bears team last year. At 32, he's not as explosive, but his chemistry and football IQ are still elite. A return would send the fan base into a frenzy. But it would also split opinions. Do you bring back a franchise legend? Or does that feel like moving backwards? Here's the bottom line. The Chargers have money. Real money. They can grab a veteran without blowing up the future. And with how stacked the receiver class is in this year's draft, this move could free them up to use that 22nd overall pick on a different position entirely. So, while everyone thinks LA's playing it safe, they might be quietly building a powerhouse. Diggs, Cooper, Allen, those aren't just big names. They're locker room leaders. And if even one of them suits up in blue and white this year, the Chargers' offense becomes must-watch TV. Now let me ask you this. Would you go all in on one of these vets? Or roll the dice in the draft? Because this next season is shaping up to be make or break. With Aiyuk in the mix and 3 legends on the board, the Chargers are staring down decisions that could define the next 5 years of this franchise. There's a real shot at building an elite offense around Justin Herbert, but every move comes with risk, cost, and consequences. So what's the move? Do you reunite with Keenan Allen or chase the future with Aiyuk? Drop your take in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel because this offseason is just heating up and you do not want to miss what's coming next.